What's up, guys, and welcome back. My name is Ellington, and here we are on the settlement of Bertigala. And this is a 3 versus 3. And to suffice to say, we're just gonna say this video should be called Don't Be This Guy, okay? So this was a game from a few days ago where a few of the guys from the Dragon Court Discord were just having fun, and they were playing against random players online. And they started up this game, a 3 versus 3 on Bertigala. And some stuff happens here. So first, let's go through some armies here, or some players at least. So for the defenders, we have got ourselves Masacely being commanded by Not So Royal. We've got Colchis being commanded by Corby. And we've got Saba being commanded by Dave the Vassal. Now, for the attackers, we have got ourselves Carthage being commanded by Quixote 108. I don't know how to say his name. I'm so sorry. Then we've got Galatia here. Now, unfortunately, Galatia is being commanded by Grey Wolf. And Grey Wolf, I say unfortunately, literally just because it's not usually fun getting stuck on the team that you can't communicate with. So he was kind of the oddball there, odd man out, I guess. And so he's playing on the attackers. Then finally on the very back here, we've got Kush. And Kush is being commanded by Nunez Jason 33. Now, I said that this is a game that should probably be labeled Don't Be This Guy. And the person that you should not be is this guy. That's right, I'm just going to go ahead and call this guy out, okay? If you guys are playing in a lobby with people, if it's random people, if it's whoever it is, don't be a jerk, okay? So, things like starting the game early, without asking if everybody's ready, or right before hitting, right before the timer runs out, switching your army all the way to the other side of the battlefield, making the defenders, basically be completely SOL and have to readjust everything to you. Don't do that crap. It's BS, it's stupid, it's cheesy. So, that's what this guy did. So, I believe he hit the start button immediately, which, once again, just not a cool move, guys. Just don't do it. It's a jerk move, and it's BS. But not only did he do that, but at the very last second before the timer ran out, he changed his entire army all the way over here from the other side of the map. Meaning the defenders were kind of in a shitty spot and had to fix it. But, you know what? They fixed it. Don't worry. They fixed it. So, without further ado, we're just going to get into this, because I'm not going to lie, it's really fun and really entertaining to watch. I was spectating this battle in the Discord while it was going on, and I'll tell you what, they get their retribution. And this is why you do not be this guy, because if you're playing against good enough players, they're going to show you up, and they're going to kick your ass just for the point that you did what you did. So as you can see, Masacely here had a bunch of guerrilla deploy units. So to be honest with you, Dave here called this happening. The fact of the matter was that Kush, when he was setting his stuff up, he never moved any of his troops, meaning that he obviously wasn't going to sit where he was and stay there, because he was going to immediately switch all of his stuff anyways. So that's what he did, and so they moved their stuff to where they, thought he was going to go. And as you can see, they are coming out with a vengeance. Dave has got a bunch of Sabian camel cataphracts coming out, and they're going to smack these desert cav. Look at those numbers drop. The Masacely's units are already engaged. Numidian light infantry. We've got more Sabian camel cataphracts coming in. Some Numidian riders. Just getting all over the place here. Here's the archers for Kush. And look at this. The Sabian cataphracts are going to get right into the archers. They've already got one Kushite archer. And here they go into the rest. See, his cataphracts are up to 100 and... well, gosh, just already... as I'm talking, 300 kills almost. Numidian riders just tearing them to shreds. The Sabian cataphract's going to get in behind These, I believe they're just swordsmen, yeah. All right, so there you go. 2 units broke already. Got more units over here, slave infantry, all breaking. A mass mob here. So these units aren't even doing anything. These units that could be coming around and defending flanks or moving in or flanking around, he just got blobbed into this. Like, that's just literally just that's just bad play. I'm sorry, but it is. 310 kills now. Kushite archers are all gone. Then this one here, 98 kills. As you can see on the other side, these two players are pushing in. Grey Wolf as Galatia here is pushing onto this wall, and then Carthage here is going to start pushing into this corner. I believe they did find out that unfortunately this Carthage player is relatively new, so that was another thing that just didn't really help for the attackers. But they got plenty of Colchis here and plenty of Massacelee to hold the line, while the rest of their cavalry sally out just demolishes this Kush army. This Kush army just gets completely and totally dismantled. 211 kills now on these cataphracts. This one, or is that the same one? Same one. The Numidian riders aren't quite as high kills, but look at this. Numidian light infantry, 282. 87 on that one, 85 on that one. So not as good on those, but still pretty solid. Armored Shotels getting charged by some Numidian riders. Now these Shotel warriors look like they were slightly better braced. So you can see that didn't have quite the same impact. They're also exhausted, so that could be one reason why that it didn't do quite as much damage. I believe, okay, so this one's winded. Look at this. The one with the most kills is only winded. 422 now. Shotel just getting surrounded and ripped to pieces. 315 on this camel cataphract. Over this way, the Numidian light infantry really just kind of doing what they need to do. 113 kills, 302 kills, 109 kills. I'll tell you what, you will never hear anybody complain about getting 304 kills on a Numidian light infantry. Like, it's not a bad infantry for its price and everything, yes, but 300 kills is not a common thing for that kind of unit. We're going to switch back over this side. Archers here. If I remember correctly, a lot of Carthage's stuff is over in this forest. Massacelee does have his chariots out on the field, sitting there waiting. Syrian archers about to get in for Galatia, sorry. And all the massed infantry moving up. Galatian swords getting in on the axemen. Galatian legionaries getting on the axemen over here. But look at that shot. The Eastern archers just getting a fantastic back shot on the Galatian legionaries. Really nice shot there from Colchis. All right, so some Numidian riders have pulled over this way. And as you can see, Kush is just getting annihilated. They're taking some kill, you know, they're taking some down with them, but not much. Another charge there. Not a great charge. I think they might have gotten caught up on something in the process. Look at this guy, 522 kills now. If you don't know, Sabaean camel cataphracts have the highest mass in the game, which means that they are basically the hardest hitting cavalry in the game. Now the Gen's out here as well, 25 kills. There's a nice charge. And looks like, there we go. So typically after charging in, give your unit probably 3 to 5 seconds or so. Then you'll see the charge impact fully take effect. and from there it, starts to wear off, and that's when you pull your unit out of the combat. The chariots have moved here now, getting ready to go into Carthage. I think he's probably microing on the other side, and that's probably why he hasn't engaged there. Honestly, Carthage probably missed an opportunity to just, like, wipe that out. But on this, like, corner area, they have a pretty good foothold. They're basically being able to, like, fully commit their stuff into this. The defenders really just kind of fell back off the wall and just kind of drew a line in the sand right there. These archers up here are going to get a great amount of kills, man. This one's already 73 kills. This one doesn't look like he's shot yet. But, I mean, that Galatian legionary, you could see, has just gotten smacked from the archers. Very, very, very painful. But more and more coming up, and they are a tough, tough unit. So if they can get onto this wall and make a strong concerted push before the sally out can get over here, they may be able to do quite a bit of damage, because you can see it's pretty much just Colchis and a scattering of the other units holding this. Because in the end, when you have a sally out like what the defenders did, majority of the money went to the sally out. So most of these units, I mean, they've got some Moscow Marauders for Saba. That's pretty good. And then Masacely does have some Desert Cohort and Desert Legionaries. Oh, man, damn it. I missed it, but the Chariots just tore right through Carthage in the forest. Look at this. 338 kills now. 47. And I don't think they lost any. Nope. Didn't lose any of them. And then look right off in the distance, you can see the green flags of Saba. And now the desert chariots are going to make their way towards Galatia. Gotta be careful though. Galatia, all of his legionaries do have Pila. So if he's not careful, they could just turn right around and throw right at him, and Pila are not fun for chariots. Oh, dry fire. Then not a dry fire. All right, so they are in. They did lose, I think, 3 chariots.
As you wish. Riders at the double. As you say. Quickly now. We understand.
Chariots in the end are not really that hard to break if you can get some good archer fire and javies onto them. You can actually typically break them pretty quickly. I mean, look at that right there. They just killed one and the entire thing shattered. But here comes the cavalry, Noble Blood Cav, getting into the unorganized Galatian legionaries. Now the downside is this other Galatian legionary is going to throw in its javies and get into combat and support it. So we've got the camel cataphracts winded, fresh, and winded. This guy's exhausted. Where's the big one? 392, this is it. No, wait, where's 392, 275, 166. Did he lose one? He might have lost one, and he might have lost the one with the really high kills. But once again, just kind of swarming in and attacking these, these units piecemeal. These guys are completely and totally cut off and surrounded. The rest of the Galatian and Carthaginian units have made it onto the wall, while these two units, unfortunately, are just getting massacred. That's the other downside to, doing what the Kush player did is it screws the rest of your team. But man, this Cav is just ripping them to shreds. 4 Libyan infantry have come in to support these Galatian swords now, but they are still fighting the Axemen. And then more and more pushing through here. This is a pretty thin line of defense. these two axe units holding back a pretty massive wave of attackers from Carthage and Galatia. And then over here, look at this. I mean, they, I don't know if they really forced them backwards, but Carthage has really kind of put a pressure onto these sections here. The reason I say I'm not sure if if the defenders did it on purpose, because I'm betting if they had range here, they could do a lot of damage into this area. So I could see them pulling back to expose the backs of the Carthaginians. Artillery from Messaceae shooting over this way. Oh. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is pretty fresh. Ooh, did you see that? Up to 31 now. Just really nice shots, and Galatia has no idea it's happening. I was hoping to get another look at another shot, but now look at this. The Syrian archers, I think came over here to try and get rid of the Colchian Eastern archers here. They can get them pushed off. That means that he can continue to push this area. Got more and more Galatian legionaries, and the remnants of Carthage honestly just being cut to pieces. Got the Galatian noble horse general, but back in the back you can see the noble blood cavalry going after the artillery, which probably still has ammunition. Now, he said he's got to have ammunition, because he can't shoot this way. So he set his artillery facing this direction, and because it's a fixed artillery, it's stuck looking that way. Which, there's nothing over there, so that's kind of pointless. And this Galatian legionary is just getting tore up by this African ballista here. Libyan infantry, Galatian legionaries, doing some pretty good work. Got the pikes here in the center, but nice move by Messaceae. Instead of engaging the pikes, pulling back and creating a kill box. Basically forces the pikes to either go one of two ways. You got to find a way to go. You only have the one pike to do it. They do have two, but this one is so close to breaking. Libyan infantry pulling out of that combat. I wonder if these guys still have javelins, because if they do, this line is about to get smacked. Yeah, look at that, they still do. I think these guys are a little out of range of Pila. You can see on the other side they're throwing it. Nice shot here from the slingers and Syrian archers. Probably going after the tribal slingers back there, I'm betting. All right, so they actually were able to push through these areas, and so the defenders have brought their line back to here. They have a little bit of a bad spot right now because the Carthaginians are getting around there. Colchis had his units really compact here, which really left the flanks open. Honestly, both flanks. They could go there and there, but he is bringing units up to flank those. Colchian nobles even, which are a very, very good unit. Especially they're not super, I think they're only like 980 or something like that. And for 980, they're a very good hoplite unit. We get some shots of these guys with their winged helmets. And then once again, just great back shots on the Libyan infantry there. Got the Marib Royal Guard in the back, getting ready to support. Colchian nobles are a little out of position. They're in hoplite wall, but their hoplite wall is facing that way when they need to be facing that way. And then here's the Eastern archers. Once again, just a fantastic back shot into the back of the Galatian legionaries. A very, very good unit. Those Galatian legionaries just really getting messed up here by those archers. And then look at this. The Desert Legionary, I think, is he? No, he's not. Okay. I thought he was going to come around and get here, and I think he probably was thinking about it, but decided to go that direction to cut them off, and now he's going to bring a smaller unit to do that exact same thing and come around and hit the backs of the Galatian Legionaries. And look at this, they are breaking. The combination of the arrows, the fire arrows, and the Desert Legionaries in their flank is causing them to break, and they just instantly shattered. They went from wavering to shattered instantly. That is rough. Syrian archers are doing a pretty good job here. They're trying to fight off some of these Sabaean archers, which are not very good archers. And then they're probably going to try and get rid of these Eastern archers as well, because look at this. Same thing, they're going to try to go for another break, shooting the backs of these Galatian Legionaries with fire arrows, trying to get that unit to break there. Over here, the Colchian nobles did really well. Look at this. Look at the bodies piled up in front of them. This one's still just looking the wrong way. I'm guessing that he just wasn't paying attention to it. It's the only thing I could think of. Still not going to turn. Marine Royal Guard went into the combat. I guess maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they set up to avoid getting hit in the side by the Syrian archers. Turning their shields to the arrows should help a little bit, so that might be what they're doing. Look at this sneaky. Mascot Marauders sneaking right through a gap. And now a lot of that cav, well, is this, no, okay, so yeah, it's the general here for Colchis is actually coming into this combat and getting in and around some of these units. Well, look at this. Carthage is making a pretty good push here. Colchian nobles holding back a lot of Libyan infantry and noble fighters. The noble fighters at 217 kills. Galatian legionaries at 26. But what about the cohorts? 175, 70, what was that? 70, no, 108, wow. 102. Epeus Lancer Gen at 73. 95 on this legionary and 70 on the Galatian legionary. And there we go. Another flank here by Saba. These Galatian legionaries are very, very thin. 136 kills and 12 kills. But only 400, well, I guess it's 141 men, but this one here is 72 men. So really not enough to cover this entire area here. And one of the Marib Guard is now engaging this Galatian legionary here, and they're going to get attacked in the back by the other Mascot Marauders. Pretty good unit there, the Mascot Marauders. Fierce charge right into them, or frenzied charge, sorry. 220 on that Numidian light infantry and 180 on that one. And look at this one, gonna get into the Syrian archers. Sneaky, sneaky. It's probably low enough that these archers can probably beat it, but it's still gonna be really annoying. And here's the Camel Cataphracts back into action, but now in the center of the settlement. We've got some breaking happening. 63 men breaking.
Advance at speed.
Just been a crazy... Oh, I wouldn't want to be the attackers in this situation. But as you can see, that is it. All right, let's look at some kills here. So first, we've got Dave the Vassal with 2,203 kills. Obviously, the highlight for him is the Cavalry, 640, 448, 380, and 305, then one with 188. And the rest of his army didn't have to do much. So then we have got Corby as Colchis with 1,884 kills, Cavalry 221 and 131, his archers 215, 167. I'm betting these guys had quite a bit of ammunition. Axemen, 139, 190, 137. Me had one Colchian Noble at 158, and then 2 other fresh ones. And that's about it. Then we've got Royal here with 2,775 kills. The Armored Desert Chariots with 399. The Numidian Riders didn't get a whole lot. His Numidian Skirmishers, 174 was the best for them. The cohorts with 201. Then a lot of his infantry. And then look at these, 318, 221, 226, 164. Really nicely done there. All right, Kush. Once again, don't be this guy, guys. Archers, not much. His Showtails actually got some kills, 138, 133, but they are a pretty good unit. But as you can see, the rest of his army, pretty just kaput. 783 kills is not fantastic, especially not with Kush. We've got Grey Wolf as Galatia with 1,629 kills. His archers did really well, 191 and 112. Then his Galatian Legionaries, 147, 123, 122, 142 on a Galatian sword. Then Carthage with 1,333 kills. His archers really just, those are the ones that got shredded by the chariots. Libyan infantry with 135, 212, 152, and 288 on the noble fighters. So anyways, guys, that is going to be it for that one. A nice, quick, and easy battle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button. And we will see you guys next time.